NVIDIA, record-breaking $4 trillion valuation. On July 9th and 10th of 2025, NVIDIA became the first publicly traded company to reach a $4 trillion market cap, briefly crossing that historic threshold before closing just under around $3.97 trillion. The stock has surged approximately 22 to 23% year to date, fueled by a booming demand for AI chips. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang continues to dominate the AI chip market, and some of the industries include healthcare industry, robotic surgery, cloud, computing data centers, gaming, autonomous vehicles, and that's just a list of few. Whether you're a lover or a hater of the AI revolution, you better get on board because the NVIDIA train is leaving with or without you. In this video, first we're going to be covering some of the new and very important, fascinating facts about this company and why they are so dominant in their industry. And secondly, we're going to take a look at the recent earnings, and this is the reason why you want to buy this company. Their earnings are just outstanding. Third, we're going to take a look at technical analysis. This will show us areas of when and what price to buy this company so we're not guessing. I've been trading and investing in the stock market for over 25 years. I respect and appreciate your time, so let's get right into the video. 1993, NVIDIA was a garage startup. Three engineers, Jensen Huang, Chris Malachowski, and Curtis Prim, founded NVIDIA in Santa Clara, California. Their mission, to build a revolutionary graphics processing unit known as a GPU, at a time when video games were basic and computing was slow. So in 1999, GeForce 256, the first GPU, this innovation made NVIDIA a household name among gamers and graphic professionals. And in 2000, NVIDIA is the gaming giant throughout the 2000s. NVIDIA dominated the gaming market. In 2006, NVIDIA wasn't just about gaming, it introduced CUDA, a platform that unlocked GPUs for general purpose computing. It opened the door to scientific research, simulation, and later artificial intelligence. In 2010, the AI awakening, NVIDIA had become the go-to company for deep learning and AI computing. Its GPUs powered the rise of machine learning models across the world. In 2016, NVIDIA launched DGX-1, AI supercomputer, primarily used for self-driving cars, voice assistants, facial recognition. Many of these advancements became possible thanks to NVIDIA hardware. 2018 to 2022, NVIDIA moved beyond gaming and AI. It entered data centers, robotics, the healthcare industry, and even laid the groundwork for the metaverse with its Omniverse platform. In 2021, NVIDIA Omniverse was introduced. 2022, launch of H100 AI superchip. With chips like A100, H100, NVIDIA set a new record in AI performance. It became one of the most valuable tech companies on the planet. 2023 to 2025, the AI explosion fueled by generative AI tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, DeepSeek, and Meta drove the unprecedented demand for NVIDIA GPUs. Blackwell wafer architecture unveiled the B100 GB200 superchip, NVLink switch tray that connects multiple GPUs, providing 14.4 terabytes per second. In 2025, NVIDIA's partnership with Amazon, Google, and Tesla expand to new heights. The future of robotic surgery is now empowered by NVIDIA with a partnership of Moon Surgical. We are at the tipping point of a new industrial revolution driven by accelerated computing and artificial intelligence. NVIDIA is transforming the world one GPU at a time. Please leave a comment below on what stock is on your mind. Now let's take a look at some of the recent earnings. July 15th, 2025, NVIDIA closed at an all-time high, setting a new record. NVIDIA is a superstar. We have to be careful at these levels. The stock is extremely extended. What we want to take a look at is it closed at 170.70. It's up 4% today by $6.63. That's pretty substantial. The market cap for NVIDIA is $4.17 trillion. This is an all-time high, and this is a benchmark that has not been set by anyone. NVIDIA is the first company in the history to reach a $4 trillion market cap. This company is a superstar. Now, the challenge NVIDIA is going to have going forward is growing. At this point, it's a global giant at this point, but it's going to be a good, solid, safe investment so you can make some decent money with NVIDIA. You might not get the 2, 3, 4, 500% returns, but you can definitely make some good money putting this stock in your portfolio. April of 2024, the revenue was $26 billion. The net income was $14.88 billion. Now, when we fast forward to 2025, the revenue is $44 billion and the net income is $18 billion. What we want to look at is we're looking at this revenue number here. Year over year, this is a 69% increase. This is incredible, and it's going to be hard to sustain this going forward. And what technical analysis and fundamental analysis is going to do for you, it's going to help you with your percentage ratio of profitability and probabilities. So when we look at the operating expense, that's a 43.84% increase year over year. The net income is up 26%. When we take a look at the balance sheet, April of 2024, the total assets were $77 billion. The total liabilities were $27 billion. Fast forward a year later, the total assets are $125 billion. The total liabilities are $41 billion. The cash and short-term investments is up 70% year over year. The total assets is up 62% year over year. Now the liabilities are up 48%, which is expected with these kind of numbers. This is an incredible opportunity. You want this stock in your portfolio. If not, you want to have it in your ETFs, the VOO, V-O-O, the S&P 500, or the Qs, the QQQ. Both will have this stock in there. Now let's move on to the technical analysis to see when is a good price to get into this stock. Please leave a comment below if you have anything that you would like to share with everyone. We are currently looking at a 5-year weekly chart. This is NVIDIA. Today is July 15th of 2025. Now, NVIDIA reached an all-time high today of 172.40, closed at 170.70 cents. NVIDIA is the first company to reach that $4 trillion market cap. But going forward, it's going to be harder for this company to give you that 2, 3, 400% return because it is such a large company. But we are in a technological boom right now with the artificial intelligence, the autonomous vehicles, and NVIDIA is a big part of all of the technology. But what we want to look at is we want to look at the characteristics of this stock. As you can see, when we have these exponential moves, we definitely have these pullbacks that happen. And we had a big pullback that happened at the beginning of this year. So what we're going to wait for is we've had an exponential move off of the bottom. This is going to pull back, and where do we want to get in on this? We're going to get a little more granular with the chart here and take a look. So when we look at this black line is the 10-day moving average, the purple line is the 21-day moving average, the green line is the 50-day moving average, and the red line is the 200-day moving average. These are benchmarks that institutions, hedge fund managers, and professional traders use a lot of time for entry points when buying this stock or when scaling into this stock. As you can see, the stock is currently extended from the 10-day moving average. When we take a look, and you will see that the company will hit the 21-day, it'll hit the 50-day, and it'll also hit the 200-day. So we've had a nice little downdraft at the beginning of the year. We've bounced off of it, and we are going to be looking at, to scale into this, what we want to do is we're going to look at the 10-day moving average is 161.48 currently. These numbers change day by day, by the way. The 21-day moving average is 154.86. The 50-day moving average is 141.81. The 200-day moving average is 131.67. So if you wanted to take, let's say, $100,000 position, you could set your scale at these individual benchmarks and do a dollar cost average, 25 grand on each moving average, and wait for the stock to pull back and hit that. We're going to set a support area here. We're going to have a support area here also. We have support at 151.13, and we're going to have a support area at 143.44. So these are going to be good benchmarks to go by if you want to scale in. And these are also good areas to look for if you're trading options as far as looking for good strike prices. Now, what's concerning with this is we have gaps down here, and that is concerning. Gaps tend to get filled. I don't think these gaps are going to get filled anytime soon. If you have any information you would like to leave, maybe there's something we missed, leave a comment below. And if you would like more analysis like this, subscribe to the channel. Hope this was helpful. God bless and happy investing.